To those of you that are celebrating today, a very Merry Christmas. I say that as this video will be going live at 12 AM local time on the 25th here in Australia. As for some good news to bring you the holiday cheer, Boeing has formally resumed work in the last week on its 767 and 777 aircraft type programs after a lengthy hiatus that was spurred on by a multi-month strike. That strike action, you may recall now, saw around 33,000 employees walk off the job seeking better working conditions, including pay. The walkout suspended production across aircraft programs such as the 767 and the 777, even the popular 737 MAX was included. In the last couple of weeks, Boeing was able to restart, albeit at a very reduced rate, production of the 737 MAX, and this resumption was arguably the most critical, given the plane maker's reliance on this plane, the sheer amount of aircraft that are normally put out every month, and also to spur the company's finances in the right direction. I say this because financial concerns have recently been a large talking point surrounding the Boeing business, and as a result, restarting production after the strike was an absolute priority for the MAX initially. However, now the aircraft manufacturer has confirmed that it has resumed production on all of its airplane programs, including the popular 767 and 777 programs, with the upcoming 777X long-haul jet included in this as well. This news was confirmed by Stephanie Pope, the CEO of Boeing Commercial Airplanes, in a statement, and the news was met with generalized applause. As the year comes to a close, Boeing is really looking to finish it in a more positive and obviously correct manner. Pope continued by stating that since the strike action concluded, they've thoroughly investigated all manufacturing processes, and including in this, they've taken a look at their employee base. Those studies have resulted in an enhanced focus on the training and certification of existing employees to really build the workforce up to be the top of the line. Furthermore, Boeing has been labelled by industry insiders as a company that is attempting to also get as many avenues of its business in working order before it even looked to resume production, even though these production rates are continuing to be capped by the Federal Aviation Administration, or more commonly referred to and simply as the FAA. The reason behind this is Boeing feels that if it can position its inventory at a more optimal level, even with the restrictions on its production levels, it should see smoother production moving forward and generally a smoother day-to-day business. We know it has invested heavily in new safety and culture means that have been implemented across the last 12 months to restore the faith internally and even stretching to the FAA. 2024 was initially earmarked as a pretty important year for Boeing, and they wanted to stabilize their business, also move ahead with key production targets that would see relative increases, allowing them to meet previously outlined goals and obviously the huge amount of demand that are for their commercial aircraft. However, in the first week of the year, there was a door blowout incident aboard a MAX jet with Alaska Airlines. This incident could have been far worse, no doubt the trauma that it would have caused for those aboard the aircraft and loved ones involved, but thankfully everyone walked away physically at least harm-free. But what all this would reveal was a bigger systematic issue internally at Boeing. This was an isolated incident in the sense of we saw no other door blowout, but it was hardly the only problems that then were uncovered. As a result, the remainder of the calendar year was occupied with criticism, increased oversight, and much more, which impacted the plane maker's ability to have a stable year. As Christmas happens today, and moving into 2025, the plane maker hopes things will improve. It needs things to improve, and being able to firmly come out and now say that production has resumed on the 767 and 777 is a big moment, however you put it. It's the stabilizing that they've been after for so long, and sometimes you need to take baby steps to in the end be able to walk, run, and function on your own. And I know for a mega corporation like Boeing that may sound incredibly silly, but it's where we are today. A very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for your support across the channel all around the year. I hope you're enjoying time spent with loved ones, and if you're alone, I hope you're making the most of the day nevertheless. If you did take time out of that busy schedule to tune into this video, I sincerely do appreciate you and thank you. Take care, be safe, I'll see you tomorrow for your next industry recap, and again, a very Merry Christmas.
And we'll fly.